So it's being reported that Trump is considering Meatball Ron DeSantis for Secretary of Defense now that the nomination of Pete Hegseth seems to be falling apart due to the fact that he's such a scumbag. And this would seem to be a better pick, at least on paper. Ron DeSantis appears to be far more qualified for the position than Pete Hegseth. He doesn't seem to be quite as much of a lunatic, although the bar for Ron DeSantis, given that he's a MAGA Republican, is pretty low on that. He has proven himself to be, quite a scumbag himself. But again, on paper, he seems to be better. But here's the thing to keep in mind about these nominations. It doesn't really matter who you put in, because anyone who is put in at any cabinet position is going to do whatever the hell Donald Trump says. And even more than that, whatever the people who are running the administration in the White House tell him to do. Because Donald Trump isn't going to be pulling all the strings. Donald Trump is a lazy SOB, and nothing has changed. He's only gotten older. He's probably just going to be more lazy. And he really doesn't care too much about policy. I mean, I'm sure there's big things that he cares about, but he doesn't give a damn about the day-to-day controlling the government. What the hell is going on with the laundry? In the basement, as you can tell. So who's going to be running the show? It's going to be people like Stephen Miller, J.D. Vance, Russ Vought, who you've probably never heard of before, is going to be the director of the Office of Management and Budget. Very influential position. Anyways, these are the people who are really going to be running the show. Donald Trump is going to give them carte blanche. And these cabinet secretaries, they're going to step and fetch it. They're going to do what they're told. So whether it is Pete Hegseth or Ron DeSantis, when it comes to the big things that Donald Trump or his minions in the White House who are controlling things want to do, they're going to give him orders and he's going to carry them out. Or else he's not going to be defense secretary. Right? Donald Trump, as quick as he was to fire people in the first term, he will be even more quick to fire people now. You will do what Trump says, when he says, or what any of these other people say to do, when they say to do it, or you'll be out on your ass. And personally, from a political point of view, from a personal ambition point of view, I think Ron DeSantis would be a fool to take this position or any position in the Trump administration, but especially Department of Defense as the secretary of that department. Because I'm assuming, now maybe I'm wrong, but I'm assuming that Meatball Ron still wants to be president one day. Well, people who get into bed with Donald Trump, it usually doesn't end well for them. And so if you are Meatball Ron and you are Secretary of Defense, I don't know if you can hear that. I've got a unbalanced washer over there. Anyway, if Donald Trump does any of the things with the military that he has suggested he might do, like using them for domestic law enforcement to go after political enemies, to go after Americans on the streets of America, if he does any of those kinds of things, then Meatball Ron is the one who's going to have to give the order to the military to do that. And if you want to be president one day, you probably don't want to be in the position of having been the Secretary of Defense who ordered the military against American citizens. So that would be bad. And what if you resist that? If Donald Trump wants you to do something awful like that, if you say no, you're going to be fired immediately, and Donald Trump is going to destroy you. So either way, the chances of you becoming president are slim if you take a job like this. So, I don't know. That's just me. I think that politically, Meatball would be much better off just staying as Florida governor, riding out the rest of his term, and then running for president when he gets the chance to. But you get into bed with Donald Trump, it's almost certainly going to end very, very badly for you.